In this video, I have 3 replays in the GSOR 1008, which is a British Tier 8 tank destroyer, which is currently in the season pass at level 100, and it's quite a good tank. I quite enjoy it. It does have a long reload, just over 30 seconds, with all of the commander perks and the food that I'm using on this, but the reload is quite long, but the clip it's got quite a good clip, 320 alpha, 4 shots. Yeah, not a bad clip. I always think getting 3 out of the 4 shells in is good going. Usually with these type of auto loaders with a long reload, I keep thinking back to the T57 heavy, which I think was in a season pass a while ago, which is similar. It's got a long reload, sort of a high alpha clip, but unlike that tank, which is a heavy and is supposed to be brawling, this is a tank destroyer, so it is a bit easier to hang back, not need to get into the fight so much. The reload is manageable. As you can see, I'm just kind of hiding in the bush at the moment. It just needs to relocate. It's quite good in that sense. The gun is fairly accurate. It feels quite nice and accurate, but it does take a while to aim in, as you can see. I'm just trying to see if this load will give me any shots. I don't really want to fire, because I know if I fire now I'm going to get spotted, so I'm just going to move into this bush, see if I can feather any shots. I couldn't remember where the weak spot of the tank was, and I've just found it's just underneath to the side of the gun mantle. Take a shot there, but decide just get the last shot off. I'm going to move and get 3 out of 4 into that load. As you can see, yeah, the reload's quite long, but I'm just seeing where I can relocate to. It is quite good in that sense. The benefit with having a long reload like this is, firstly, you're compensated with having quite a nice clip. As you saw, the shells went out pretty quickly. Each have got the 320 alpha, and as you can see, I do run full premium, just because the penetration is so much better and the reload is so long. Standard penetration is 226 and the premium is 321, so yeah, 95 better on the premium. So I don't like doing it, because I usually like to have at least a quarter or a third of the shells as being standard, just for when you're top tier and facing tier 6s. But I think the reload is so long on this tank that after doing that for a few games, by the time you've reloaded to deal with a tier 6, the tier 8 heavies sort of come around the corner, and then you've obviously got the standard pen that it's okay, I suppose. The standard pen, it could do with being a little bit higher, but yeah, I just run full premium. You're not going to make silver playing this tank. Got the Tiger P here, and as you can see, with this angle we're going straight through the front of the Tiger P here. Didn't really have much choice or much chance there, that Tiger P. And that's what you can do with this tank. You can really get the shots out quickly, really punish people. As I said, 320 alpha, you're going to go for a lot of people. That's over 1,000 in the clip. And we've just moved into this, I think it's a Legion here. I'm just trying to get some ramming damage. I was trying to get a 1 mark in this tank, so I was just trying to get any little damage I could, but managed to get 1 shot in there, which was good to finish the game off there. So we get MVP. Yeah, a bit of an average game for this, second class. Yeah, just over 3,700 damage. I think that's a good representation of the tank. There's a lot of reloading, there's a lot of repositioning you need to do. The penetration is quite good, but the gun is quite derpy. You can help that out, and I think I could try and help it out a bit more, but I use different perks and equipment that don't necessarily help with the gun. The gun seems to be fairly accurate if you just let it aim in. So second game on Secret Line, I think the enemy artillery is sort of trying to blind fire. So just trying to get off the track as best I can before he sort of tries to blind fire on one of the tracks. But the equipment and the perks I use. So for the perks, I've got sort of the 4 standard ones: 6 sense, ball leader, rapid load, and steady aim. I think for this tank, I think rapid loading is pretty much essential. You gotta have it on this tank. For the other perks, I have been using an 8 skill crew. I have been running a ×4 commander boost. I've got lots of ×4 commander boosts, and I think this crew is good enough. I've got camouflage expertise, silent drive and muffled shot to help with the stealth of this tank. And then the 8th skill, this is the only crew I use it on, but Iron Mace. I saw Petty's video where he uses Iron Mace, and having a look at the stats, it does help a lot. I didn't realise just how much of a drop off this tank seems to have with its premium rounds, and the Iron Mace, it does help a lot. So yeah, definitely recommend putting the Iron Mace on this one. It is a bit of a one-off, but since they've changed the skill swap, so you can swap individual perks, yeah, you could use that Iron Mace on this tank and then move the crew to another tank and swap it out. I think for the 9th skill, I think it would probably be run and gun. It's just relocating this tank. As you can see, the aim circle is pretty big. I think run and gun would help a lot. But as you can see, once it's aimed in, nice and accurate, you get 3 out of those 4 shells right through that lower plate there. So just in this battle, I've noticed the 8-9 line and the 0 line. The enemy have kind of taken it here. Make a bit of a mistake here. Didn't expect to be shot from that direction. Yeah, artillery seems to be playing it well. Not too sure how he's got a target on me. I think he may just have his cursor over me, which just make him hoping that I'm going to move. But I know that he's towards their base, so he can't hit me even with the alert on. But that was the commander crew. And then so the equipment, I've got optics. I've got the camo net, which I think for a tank destroyer is fairly standard. And then again, I don't think this is ideal. I'm not too sure I'd recommend it, but I've got the powertrain, which gives a 5% higher top speed and 5% more horsepower. I just found playing this tank, it just was a bit sluggish. Going up hills, as you saw at the start, that is with the powertrain, and it was just annoying. So with this tank, the way I've built it is, my idea is stay nice and hidden, dump the clip out, and then relocate just to a different location, different area. And I feel like the powertrain lets me do that a little bit easier. I think I have one marked it with that equipment loadout, so I don't think it's that bad. But I think probably vents is probably better. I don't think you can put the stabilizer on this tank, but I think the vents would probably be a better idea, or possibly the gun lane drive, just so you wouldn't have to run the run and gun perk. So yeah, that's the perks and the equipment. As I said, I don't think they're ideal. I think the commander crews, I definitely think having all of the camo silent drive and muffled shot, camouflage expertise, perks does help, and I think the equipment, I think it's as long as you've got the optics and camo in it, I think it's up to you really. So in this battle, I did notice that our team pushed sort of this western side of the town quite well, and we've lost the eastern side of the town. I was trying to just keep that that tank there back in sights, but it seems as though he's pulled back. We've got an enemy tank in the cap. I'm the closest one. I'm going to have to go in because I'm not too sure if there's going to be another tank following this one in, but it's a Tiger one using the dead rack of our artillery, I believe. So yeah, just going in, just making sure I can clip this Tiger out. I don't mind taking a hit, but he does bounce, thankfully. Does get his ammo damaged, and my ally does put a shot in, and I just finish him off there. So that was our first kill of the game. Just over 2,800 damage. Bounced the shell, and we've got a small bit of assistance there as well. But as you can see, it's struggling again with this hill. Gun depression's not too bad. It's quite good, but it's just without the powertrain, I just felt like you just couldn't really use ridges or hills or anything because it just wouldn't go up. But now with the powertrain, yeah, it just feels a bit better. So the Nebraska's in the field, and we've got we're down one tank, 4 to 5, and 2 of the enemy are platooned up. So I'm a little bit concerned at this stage that that platoon is just going to be really synchronised with each other. Try and get the shot straight into the side through the wall, but unfortunately missed. But managed to get the heavy tank out of the game, and that's the platoon down. So they were both they seemed to both be a one shot. I did hold the 2 shells in there, thinking where the platoon mate was, and as soon as the my ally took him down, just started popping the reload. With Nebraska in the field, I feel like that the artillery is still around its base, but they're likely to move out towards the field as well as the tank destroyer. So I do want to push their base, see where they are, and try and get as many shots into these tanks as I can. There's the artillery. The artillery is my priority. We get the kill on artillery, and we get a couple of nice shells in here. Finish off the tank destroyer as well. So there's a Brask left. I've got 2 tank destroyers and 2 heavies, so there's no way that the heavies will be able to outspot the Brask. I think we're all pretty much very vulnerable to it. I think I'm pretty much a one shot to it. And I think the 2 heavies as well. I think they've got a bit more health than me, but noticing that we've got a Panzerjäger, so I'm heading towards, I haven't quite decided yet, I was heading towards the edge of the capped circle, and noticed that it was a Panzerjäger, so I decided, it looks like he's going out to scout the Brask, so let's not cap. Panzerjäger, good view range, good camo, same as the Brask really, and I'm sure they'll be able to spot each other, and I'll be able to assist. The Brask has sort of looped round the top. I'm now thinking, what's he going to do? I was thinking he was just going to loop back into the field, but I think I've decided, I think he's going to go through the town, or at least down the 0 line. So I've come back into the town. I'm not too sure if the Brask wants to try and put some shots into my allies, or just wants to completely redirect or misdirect us. So he wasn't spotted with the heavies around there, so I thought he may have looped back into the field, but yep, heavy tank takes it down. We finished that game with best in game for damage again, so 4,300 damage, get the most shots in there as well, got the first class, and the Pascucci's just for the 1 artillery kill. And now we're on to the last game. This game sort of highlights more of its stealth, and it's more how you can assist. So that's you can do that with this tank. Whilst you're on a reload, you can just be in a position where you're passive scouting and just rank the assistants up that way. We do, it's slightly different we've got an assault game and we're on defence, so the enemy team are going to be a bit more spread out. So just coming up to here, this is a spot I quite like by these houses. You can sort of knock these trees down, just stay in these bushes, and my team are pushing the K line very strongly, so I'm thinking sort of any minute we're going to have enemies lit up. Nothing seems to be happening now. It looks like the enemy team are pushing the hill. We've only got a light and a TD and a heavy going up to the hill in the top left. A little bit concerned by that. Now there's a couple of heavies going up there as well. I'm thinking we're going to lose the hill. Just want to push it forward a bit. Doesn't look like my team are actually spotting anything, so I do just want to see if I can either creep round and get some shots in the back, or we can spot any people up. So we're getting assistance here, we're getting some nice shots in as well, and that's the benefit sometimes of aiming. If you snapshot and someone goes unsighted, the aim can just sort of go where you're originally aiming. But kept the reticle on target and got the sort of the blind shot in there. But I don't think we got the kill, unfortunately. So just pushed up. Let's see if we can get any more assistance or spot anyone. So at this stage we've got more assistance than we have damage, which is great. I don't mind. It all counts towards the same sort of marks. But now I'm just thinking, what's that's been spotted? And it's a Hellcat 105. I was thinking about going in because I'm just concerned about getting hit from the other side, but then I reconsidered and thought I'd rather risk something over there shooting me, and we managed to bounce it. I think it might have been a light tank or something, or one of the mediums, and we bounced it. Didn't really want to go in front of the Hellcat 105. Get our first kill, get that light tank out of the game. That's really good. Light tanks are very strong on Westfield. It seemed to have been playing the valley fairly well. Looks like my eyes were lit up. And we've got a Firefly down here. We get a nice shot in there. We get a second shot in there. I had only 2 shots in the clip. I didn't trigger the reload because I thought if someone does get spotted, I'll probably only have time to get 1 or 2 shots in before they go back under a ridge. That seems to have worked out how I thought it was going to go. Get a couple of shots into that Firefly, it gets shut down. Just trying to maximise our damage. And still, we've got more assistance than we have damage. I think that's what you need to do with this tank. Just need to make sure that you can get the assistance in it. Make sure you've got the optics, make sure you've got the camo net, and on the reload. Just relocate and let the reload go in. As I said, it's not too bad in this TD with this long reload. I'm hidden here, don't feel too concerned I'm going to get spotted. So just trying to push up, see what I can spot out. And yeah, the enemy team did win the hill in the top left corner, but they didn't really seem to push it too much. I think my eyes did push up from I think they were around G3, G4, and they did push up into the hill. So we've just got the 1 TD left. It's back here on this hill. Bounced the first shot off the SU 1:30 PM. But we managed to secure the kill there. So, and then with that, we've got 3,200 damage, and we get best in game for everything apart from block damage, which is always good. One day I hope to get best in game for everything. It always seems to be 1, and it's usually block damage that I don't get. But and that's it. That's the video. So thank you very much for watching, and there's confirmation of what I was running.